Today we are going to cover major-specific information for quantitative biology. We will review the QBio major curriculum and sample course plans, grade requirements, placement exams, GE and exam credit, and departmental resources and opportunities. The QBio major is a Bachelor of Science degree within the Department of Quantitative and Computational Biology that combines computer science, mathematics, and biology. The major prepares students for all kinds of postgrad interests, including medical or pre-health professional school, graduate studies, including master's and PhD programs, and careers in industry, particularly in biotech, data science, or pharmaceuticals. There are 38 units of foundational coursework designed to give students a broad foundation in the sciences. The coursework includes an introductory seminar, 2 semesters of general biology, 1 semester of general chemistry, calculus 1, a semester of physics, along with 1 semester of statistics. There are also 3 required programming-related classes, and students select from 2 sequences, CSCI 103, 170, and 104, or CSCI 113, 114, and an upper division QBio course related to machine learning, bioinformatics, or artificial intelligence. Note, CSCI 103 and 170 have a prerequisite of CSCI 102, so students choosing that programming track will need to take CSCI 102, or fulfill the prerequisite in another way. Outside of the foundational coursework, students will take 12 units of specialization coursework. These include classes in chemistry, math, physics, computer science, or quantitative biology. For students interested in pre-health, your specialization courses will likely include some of the other pre-health prep courses that aren't strictly required for the major, but are options in the specialization area. You'll also take 8 units of capstone coursework and 8 units of upper division major electives. Finally, you'll complete 6 units of research coursework, which can be fulfilled by doing independent research with a faculty member, taking a student-led multi-omic data analysis course, or completing the seminar and thesis coursework that is part of the QBio Honors Program. This is a typical first semester freshman course plan with 2 USC core requirement courses and 2 major specific courses. Most students will take either a GE seminar or Writing 150 in their first semester, and then either foreign language or a GE. In terms of major coursework, the most common combination is general biology and general chemistry or calculus, but this will vary based on the individual student. Your first year advisor will provide you with an individualized course plan so you'll know exactly what you should be enrolling in. Some students may also choose to enroll in an optional 5th course, such as a freshman seminar. Your tuition covers up to 18 units. This is just one example of how students could move through the major requirements over the course of 4 years. This plan shows the CSCI 103, 170, and 104 programming track. You'll see in red the USC core requirements, so foreign language, writing, and general education courses. In orange are the major requirements, and in yellow are the degree electives or the courses that students take in order to meet the 128 total units needed to graduate from USC. You might also be noticing that there aren't a lot of degree electives included in this course plan. If you have transfer credit or AP/IB credit that could satisfy some of your requirements, have experience in a foreign language, take courses over the summer or additional courses during the semesters, or overlap your global perspective requirements, GEs G and H, with your core literacy requirements, GEs A through F, you can potentially free up more elective spots in this sample plan, and your advisor can help you navigate this. Here you can see an example plan for the other programming track, CSCI 113, 114, and the QBio computing option. Again, this is just a sample, and your plan may look different depending on what specialization and QBio elective coursework you choose, what credits you come in with, and whether or not you pursue the QBio Honors Program. To graduate with a QBio major, you need to maintain a 2.0 GPA in upper division coursework for the major, as well as a 2.0 overall GPA. All coursework that is applying to the major, both lower and upper division, needs to be taken for a letter grade. Major courses cannot be taken pass no pass. All upper division major coursework needs to be taken at USC with the exception of Chem 322A and B, organic chemistry classes that can count towards the specialization requirements. Courses cannot count for more than one QBio major requirement. So if a course is listed as both a specialization course and an upper division elective, it can only count for one or the other. It can't satisfy both. Lastly, if you ever need to repeat a course, you need to make sure that you retake that course before moving on to any other courses that require it as a prerequisite. It's highly recommended that you talk to your academic advisor if you ever need to repeat a course to avoid sequencing issues. Students in this major should plan to take the math and chem placement exams. Also, all Dornsife students are required to fulfill level 3 of a foreign language. So unless you are planning to start a new language that you have no experience in, have AP or IB language scores that can satisfy the foreign language requirement, or you qualify for an exemption, you will need foreign language placement. Students who are starting in level 1 of a new language need to request declearance for level 1 of that language through the Language Center, and they'll verify that you don't have previous experience before they grant clearance. Incoming students during Welcome Trojans can take the Chem, Math, and Spanish placement exams online through Brightspace and should do so at least 10 days before their registration date. For other languages, there isn't an online placement exam, so incoming students should email language@usc.edu for preliminary placement based on experience, again at least 10 days before registration. For continuing students or those who don't take exams online during Welcome Trojans, Math, Chem, and Foreign Language placement exams are offered during Welcome Week and throughout the year on specific days. Register through the Language Center. Some of the major requirements for QBio overlap with GE requirements. GED can be satisfied by the biology coursework, GEE by chemistry or physics, and GEF by calculus. If you are not pre-health, credit from certain AP and IB exams can also satisfy major requirements. If you are pre-health, we recommend that you take these courses in college because medical schools and health professional schools may not accept AP or IB scores for these common preparatory classes. If you have questions about this, please reach out to Pre-Health Advising for their recommendations. For the QBio major, a 4 or 5 on AP Biology can be used to satisfy either BISC 120 or BISC 220. Most students will use it for BISC 120, but we recommend looking at the syllabi for both classes to see which one is more similar to the content of your AP class. A 4 or 5 on AP Chem can give credit for Chem 105A. A 4 or 5 on AP Calc AB can earn credit for Math 125, as can a 4 on Calc BC. A score of 5 on AP Calc BC can provide credit for both Math 125 and 126. A score of 4 or 5 on AP Computer Science A can give credit for Comp Sci 102, which, while not listed as a formal requirement for the major, is a prereq for one of the programming requirement options in the major. Similarly, IB exams with scores of 5, 6, or 7, if you are not pre-health, can be used to fulfill the BISC, Chem, and Math requirements for the major listed here. Note, these exam scores will not automatically satisfy major requirements. If you want to use your exam scores to satisfy these requirements, you need to let your advisor know so they can make the substitutions on your STARS report. For a full list of exam credit at USC, visit the link on this slide that also includes information on A-level exam credit. There are certain opportunities that may be of particular interest to QBio majors. In terms of research, QBio 105 is a required course, a 2-unit seminar that most students will take during the spring of their first year, and it's really designed to give students an introduction to research at USC and to the field of quantitative biology. There is also a special section of QBio 490, which is a student-led multi-omic data analysis course. In this course, students use publicly available datasets to learn coding and research skills through hands-on bioinformatics projects. This course can be used to satisfy the research requirements for the major, and it can also be good preparation for independent research in a faculty lab. There are also 2 programs called Summer Undergraduate Research Fund, SURF, and Student Opportunities for Academic Research, SOAR, where students can apply and get funding for assisting a faculty member with research during the summer or school year. In terms of student organizations and engagement, there's a mentorship program specifically for QBio students where newer students get paired with upperclassmen in the major. There are also town halls for QBio major students, staff, and faculty to come together. There's also a QBio honors program that students can apply to if they meet certain GPA requirements. It requires specific classes and a research thesis. In terms of academic resources, QBio students are encouraged to check out supplemental instruction in the Math Center, which offer academic support and tutoring for a number of the major requirements. QBio also offers a progressive degree program, or PDP. PDPs allow students to simultaneously work towards a master's degree while completing their undergraduate degree. Most students will complete both degrees within 5 years, and students typically apply as juniors to these programs, so this is something to keep in mind for the future. There are opportunities for students to study across the U.S. or go abroad. QBio students may choose to spend a semester abroad, typically in English-speaking countries. There are also opportunities to take coursework away from USC over the summer through various faculty-led programs.